Hey folks, Matt from Art of the Image here. I wanted to have a look at the Fuji Finepix X100. Could this be the best compact camera to date that we've ever seen? It has some very impressive specs on it, and definitely I think for some people this is going to be their dream compact camera. Let's have a look quick at the tech specs. So it's the Fuji Finepix X100. 12.3 million pixels, so 12.3 megapixels. It's an APS-C CMOS sensor, so it's the same size sensor that's in a D7000 or a Canon 60D. You're looking at a DX type sensor, like a 1.5 times crop sensor. The beauty of this is it's a large sensor, similar to a DSLR in the sense that you're looking at about 10 times the size or more of a small compact camera, like any of the small compacts or the Canon G12 or something like that. Storage media, SD, SDHC, SDXC memory cards, so that's good. We're using a lot of those in the other cameras right now, so shouldn't be an issue there. The lens is a high-performance Fujinon lens with a super EBC coating. It's a 23 millimeter lens, which is equivalent to 35 millimeters in the 35 millimeter realm. So basically, full frame equivalent 35 millimeters. The aperture range f2 to f16. This is a biggie right there, an f2 lens. So that is really, really nice. You've got a constant aperture f2 lens, super fast. Combine that with this really nice APS-C 12 megapixel sensor, and you should be capable of probably some of the, well, it will be the absolute best image quality of any compact out there. Different exposure modes. Standard, we have got programmed aperture mode, shutter mode, manual mode. Exposure compensation is -2 to +2. We've got shutter speeds of bulb 30 seconds and up to a 1/4000th of a second. Would have been nice if we could have seen a 1/8000th of a second, but still 1/4000th of a second there is a good showing. The focus is high-speed contrast AF, so that'll be interesting to see in reality how fast this little camera focuses. What it has going for it in this situation is the fast f2 lens. With a fast constant f2 lens, it should be able to focus quite quickly if they've done a good job with the contrast AF. The optical viewfinder is 0.5 times magnification with approximately 90% frame coverage, so that's very good. The electronic viewfinder is listed as an ultrafine 1,000,004 dot LCD, so that's quite good, but don't get that confused with the LCD monitor. The LCD monitor is only a 2.8 inch 460,000 dot. So for the price this camera is coming in at, and we'll look at that in a minute, but I believe it's about $1,200, $1,000 to $1,200, which is expensive for a compact camera. I would have thought that they would have put in a better LCD monitor on this, so that may be a weak point. I would think for that kind of money, I mean, you can pretty much buy a D7000 or a 60D for that. I would expect to have an equivalent LCD as those cameras do. Movie recording is 1280 by 720 HD with stereo sound. Yet to be seen, I guess, how good the movie recording is on the X100. Some people will be wanting to use it for that, and it'll be a deal breaker, or it won't be. Other people won't be caring so much what the movie quality is on this. Again, would have been nice if they could put in 1080p, 720p. It's not bad. It's at least it has 720p. The dimensions are 126.5 wide, 74.4 high, and 73.9 deep. That's in millimeters, including the lens. So quite a small camera. It does definitely qualify as a compact, and some really good specs. Let's have a look and just go over some of the things that Fuji's saying about this. Design and control. They have a very nice website on this, by the way, if you want to check it out at finepix-x100.com. That's finepix-x100.com. So it says, inspired by the beauty and form of classic cameras from the past, the Finepix X100 combines all the latest technical digital innovations in a beautiful traditional chassis which oozes class and prestige. So very well written. Somebody with good copywriting skills here. That sounds great. The ad and the copy look really good on the website here. They say the ergonomics of the design offers the perfect balance between compact convenience and user-friendly operation. So we're looking at kind of is similar to a traditional rangefinder, almost Leica-ish in the sense of how it looks. Very nice looking. Upper control deck and bottom surface of the camera has been cast from magnesium alloy to create a high precision body with high rigidity. All dials on the upper control deck are also fabricated from metal, and then they've used premium leather accents. Premium quality is evident in every detail, they say. So basically they want this is definitely aimed at a premium camera, a niche market, not something they're intending to sell 50 million copies of to everybody. This is a higher priced niche market camera, and I think it will sell well, and it's going to be something that is definitely a premium product. It's very nice looking. If you look through the pictures on the website, the controls and dials are all manual looking, all very reminiscent of something like an older Leica. Manual metal control dials to turn things. Even the back of it, very much like a Leica. It has a very interesting new hybrid viewfinder. Perfect fusion of optical and electronic viewfinders, Fuji says. So they're integrating a 1.4 million LCD panel by using an integrated prism for the 1.4 million LCD panel image. The hybrid viewfinder can show both the shooting frame and a variety of shooting data. So this should be interesting to see in practice. Kind of looks like something almost more sci-fi. You get your picture to compose by in the electronic viewfinder, but then superimposed on top of it is your frame coverage and a lot of your shooting information. So that's quite interesting, and it looks very interesting to see. Some good pictures, schematics of the viewfinders here on the website as well. So you want to maybe check that out again. It's Finepix-X100.com. Of interest again is the Prime Fujinon Lens. Brand new Fujinon Lens, 23mm. It's a 35mm equivalent. So it's a large f2 aperture. So very bright, very fast lens. Combining that with the nice sensor in here, that's going to make for probably, like I said, the best image quality of any compact camera to date. Has a built-in ND filter as well, which is very exciting in the sense that you don't have to use an external screw-on filter for this, as you would on a traditional DSLR. And for those of you that don't know what an ND filter is, that's a neutral density filter, and if you're in a very, very bright situation and you want to reduce the overall highlighting of the image, the overall brightness of the image, so that you can you don't have to stop down as much, or you want to use a shallower depth of field like f2, then you use a neutral density filter to reduce the amount of light. So that's a welcome modification right there. Another feature of this lens is 10cm macro performance. In other words, this lens will focus at a distance of 10 centimeters. So that's pretty stellar. That's very good. When you look at a high quality prime lens like this, and again, it remains to be seen how well this delivers, but I would expect this is a phenomenal quality lens. Combined with the large APS-C sensor and the f2 brightness, that's going to be an excellent macro lens. Excellent, excellent. And again, we have the APS-C CMOS sensor. So they're saying bringing you the ultimate in image quality. It's a customized 12.3 megapixel CMOS sensor. And basically, they're saying, especially with the HD movies, shooting HD movies, the combination of the large sensor and the large aperture f2 lens lets users shoot a soft out-of-focus touch bokeh, a capability not available in conventional compact cameras. So again, we should be able to see, providing the movie capabilities of this camera are good, some phenomenal looks and results to your movie footage with this, based on the fact that you have such a fast aperture lens and such a nice sensor in here. So let's just check and see if we're missing anything. Oh yes, the new EXR processor. So they say that's newly developed. They say it features improved high resolution, high sensitivity, low noise, and wide dynamic range, and it features more rapid processing signal. So in other words, they're saying this is going to be a very fast processing camera. It'll be interesting to see what the actual frames per second and whatnot is on this camera in reality once you're shooting with it, to see how fast you can move through the images. But and as well as for your movie footage, that makes a big difference there, which kind of leads me to wonder why it doesn't have 1080p if this processor is that fast. So interesting. They've got a brand new processor in here, and So that's it, folks. That is the summary on the X100. Is it for you? That remains to be seen. Again, it's a niche, a high-end niche compact camera. I think without a doubt it will probably be the best image quality available in any compact camera to date. Very traditional looking camera, reminiscent, as I said, of a Leica. So if that type of thing floats your boat, definitely going to be something you're going to want to look at. Certainly a masterpiece of design and engineering. I think when you pick one up and look at one, even if it doesn't strike you as something you'd want to shoot with, or you don't want to spend that kind of money on a compact, I think pretty much everybody would be unable to deny how just sheerly beautiful the beauty of this camera, of how it's been constructed and how it looks. A lot of people are going to want to own it just for that reason. Anyways, folks, thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned. We'll have some more on the X100. We'll be coming up with some reasons to buy, some reasons why not to buy, and we'll keep you up to date with what's going on in the world of photography. We'll have some new posts, some new video posts, and some new articles. Thanks for tuning in, folks.